What up, guys? This is Derek Larger, and I am very excited for this video. I wanted to give a big shout out to the Sydney Yellow Jackets, my hometown, for advancing to the second round of the state championship of Ohio. Unfortunately, the season ended in the second round, but I wanted to say congratulations, guys, on a great season. You guys matured. You guys played your hearts out. You all played very well, and I look forward to continuing to watch you guys do more in the next few seasons. So, we have a lot to talk about in this one. A lot has happened recently, especially with the Cavs, who broke the regular season three-point record with 25 made threes last Friday against the Atlanta Hawks. Ironically, it's the first game that Kyle Korver has played against his former team, and he was the one that finished the game with the record-breaking three. How ironic it is, I know. Not to mention, the Cavs also did it without Kevin Love and without J.R. Smith. So congratulations to the Cavaliers. They have the regular season and the postseason record for three-pointers made in a game, and it was against the same team, the Atlanta Hawks. Believe that one or not. That's a coincidence. In addition to that, the Cavaliers have also signed Andrew Bogut, which is definitely the one move that we were looking forward to do. Andrew Bogut originally didn't sign right away with the Cleveland Cavaliers because he wanted to explore his options. But he fell through with the Cavs, and now the Cavs have completed the roster. They decided to cut Jordan McRae to allow Andrew Bogut to come in. So, I will now talk about the NFL. And as you know, the NFL's Combine has started. It started Friday, and it is continuing throughout this week. So, the first thing that everyone wants to talk about is the John Ross 40 time. He had beaten Chris Johnson's original record at the Combine with a 4.22 40 time. He ran so fast as it is that he happened to sprain his ankle at the end of the race. That's the funny part about it. But he did it. Congratulations to John Ross. That's definitely going to help him with his draft stock. I know a lot of people will say that doesn't mean anything, but that does prove he is very fast, and a mixture with his hands, that's going to give him a big boost, especially because not many people realized he was that fast. So, other thing that we wanted to talk about was today, Myles Garrett, who ran a 4.61 40 time, or 4.64, my apologies. This is faster than 18 starting quarterbacks in the NFL right now. It's not the fastest defensive end time ever recorded, but it was the fastest of the defensive ends so far this year. He also added an impressive 41-inch vertical and an impressive 10-foot 8-inch broad jump. Congratulations to Myles Garrett. That dude is a beast. He's definitely making his case on why he deserves to be the number one pick in this year's NFL draft. Even if the Browns don't select him, I would not be surprised if he will not get out of the top three. Somebody in the top three will pick that man. So, I will talk about some of the Colts potential picks. A couple of people from Alabama have jumped out. Williams and Reuben Foster is one of the big guys that has been on Mel Kiper's mock draft for the Colts. And I would love both of these guys because they're both great pass rushers. Reuben Foster I would love more. Some of the others they've been talking about was Dalvin Cook and Solomon Thomas, Raekwon McMillan. These are a couple of the guys that the Colts have actually spoken to so far throughout the Combine, which is great to see because I love all these guys. I don't think the Colts should go after Dalvin Cook because of the simple fact the Colts don't need any more offensive weapons. We just don't. You don't need that right now. You need defensive players that can work in your system, and that is specifically what needs to happen. So I'm looking for the Colts to make defensive-minded picks so far. I hope we get Raekwon McMillan. I hope we get Reuben Foster. I hope we get Solomon Thomas maybe. Instead of that, we will see where these guys go with. It's kind of hard to tell and with the linebackers who's going to be first and second round. But I do think that the Colts will specifically go for a defensive lineman or a linebacker in the first round and second rounds. That's my prediction on that. And that's what my professional opinion is on that. Because Chris Ballard has specifically stated that he wants to get the defense stated to be put back up. So, I will now talk about a couple of Buckeyes that made some headlines. Curtis Samuel with an impressive 4.31 40 time, the second fastest 40 time at the Combine so far this year. I know it's second place, behind John Ross. Not everyone's really talking about it, but that is fast. 4.31, even I didn't know Curtis Samuel was that fast, and I knew he was a speed demon. But congratulations to Curtis Samuel. Raekwon McMillan definitely impressed a couple of teams at the Combine. Actually had a couple of interviews today. I definitely think that he's going to be either a late first round or an early second round. My hats off to all those guys. Marshawn Lattimore and Malik Hooker are both facing injury problems right now, but I don't really think it's going to hurt their draft stock at all, considering how well they played this year. And the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is Brandon Marshall, the 7-time Pro Bowler for the New York Jets, 6-time Pro Bowler, I should say, has been released by the New York Jets. And this is definitely something that was really big. I don't know necessarily why they did it. I don't know if they ever should have done it. But this was their decision. They're going to completely rebuild. And I must say that, the Jets are a mess right now. And they need to figure out their quarterback problem. And they need to find a couple guys to be able to run the offense. And then when the offense starts running, they got a pretty decent defense on that side. Their coverage has lacked recently, but the defensive line has the ability to play. And why they got rid of Brandon Marshall, I don't know. Brandon Marshall will find a home somewhere. I will definitely keep an eye on that because I know that he's definitely going to get picked up by somebody because that's just too much talent for one team to ignore. Even if he's not the receiver that he once was, he's still very good. So this is a little small clip for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want me to continue to tell you more about what I know, be sure to leave a comment. I will get to them as soon as possible. I apologize for the late video. I've come back from spring break. I'm on spring break right now and just was dealing with a whole bunch of stuff. So I will continue to give you guys more clips throughout the week. Be sure to spread the word. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Get the word out there, guys. I want this page to keep going. And be sure to let me know things about what's going on in the sport world. I know that soon we're going to be discussing the March Madness. We're going to be discussing the mock draft for the NFL, mock draft for basketball, and I will continue to bring you guys updates as things go along. I'm Derek Larger, and until next time, guys, peace.